Overlooking the runway site from Bradley's Hill, just above Bradley's camp, with the camp in our foreground, and the Bradley's workshop on our right hand side. The distance just before King and Queen Rocks, you'll see some activity with trucks and people working. That's they're busy with a runway excavation. Just to the left of it, there's a little hill. We call it Cape Point, the end of a runway or the start of a runway. It's the end of our excavation. The runway is 2.15 kilometers long, and our excavations are probably 90% completed. As you can see behind me, the runway excavations is happening. Where that shining line is at the moment is where the water car is sprayed for the dust, but that's about the line and the level of a runway itself. And you can then see also on the left, right at the end, just to the left of that excavator, that's the hill that we call Cape Point. It's the last of the hills that we need to excavate, and then the runway will be on level. Then it's just some spoil that we need to take away, but at the moment obviously we're concentrating to get the dry gut material. Most material goes to the dry gut at the moment to get that full, and then we'll have our excavations done by the end of August. We are standing on the center line of the runway, right where the taxiway behind me joins with the runway. We're about chainage 1600 of the runway length, and the dry gut full, the end of the runway, is on my right hand side. The significance of a Runway Earthworks is that without us, obviously the dry gut won't be finished. We will not have the runway excavation on level, so you'll have a very uneven runway. The safety zones on the runway excavation won't happen. Okay, the area it covers at the moment is difficult to judge. I'll have to go follow up, but it's about 2.5 kilometers long, about 500 meters wide. And the earthworks started November 2012. We started off with one day shift team with excavation of a terminal building, combined building area. It increased to the end of the year, end of 2012, we had 2 teams only on day shift. Start of the new year, we increased the day shift teams to 4, and also added a night shift to it. And the 8th of May 2013, we had 4 teams day shift and 4 teams night shift. Timeline for completion of the airport's February 2016, but for the earthworks, end of this year. The dry gut, like I said, will be finished by the end of August if everything goes well, weather permitting, plant machines permitting. The runway excavation will take a little bit longer because dry gut is obviously our first priority. After that, we'll have to get the whole of the runway excavation on level and clear and safe before the machines can go back to South Africa. The scale of the earthworks locally is, I don't think there's anything ever been done on this scale on the island. It's certainly the biggest job I've ever been on. Cubic meter wise, it's one of the biggest fills that I heard of. There's probably bigger jobs in the mining sector, but that's just maybe guys digging a hole or getting an area level. But locally, I think there's a lot of interest in the airport on St. Helena Island. Obviously, this is a hidden gem of a world. Nobody knows about it because it takes time to get here, and very few people have time. Have the time to get to this travel the time on the boat. So yes, I think it's very significant, and yeah, I'm very proud to be associated with this project. We're standing on the center line of a runway. It's just to my left, your right. It's about chainage 1950. It's another 200 meters where the concrete of the end of the runway will stop. But the dry gut full behind me on my left here is 92% complete. It's just over 7 million cubic meters in. Another 600 and a little bit to go. 40 days from now we'll be done. The 27th of August is the planned date to be finished. We have to be finished by the 6th of September. We're a little bit ahead, maybe 9-10 days ahead of schedule. But yeah, the guys have been doing a great job here, going on 24 hours for the past 18 months, 4 teams with 170 people working on it day and night. So I'm very proud of them. But it's actually an achievement that I've never realized it will be such a big job to do. But it's yeah, it's very rewarding at the moment. The guys are going very well. We're ahead of schedule. Everything's going well. On the northern side of our runway, where you pan out over the ocean, you see the barn on your left-hand side. That's also the end of our excavation, or the start of our runway, where the concrete will start. Where we're standing at the moment, we're about chainage 280, where the concrete starts at chainage 200. And then if you look south, it's a pity about the weather, but it's a typical scruffy July day on the plain. But yeah, as you can see, the work continues no matter what the weather is. Okay, we're standing on the southern side of the combined building, just to the west of a dry gut fill. You can see the batters there, and then just to the right of the fill is the open channel. It's a stream diversion that we've done. We've basically taken the dry gut stream that was running to our right hand side, and instead of trying to build a culvert through the fill, they opted for us to make a stream diversion, an open channel, and it's the one that you see on your in the screen. It's almost 40 meters deep, just over 200 meters long, and it gave us just over 600,000 cubic meters of material. It took us 9 months to complete, and also it was nice and close to the full. So yeah, everything went well there as well.